Sunday Live Testimony Session with Prophet VC Zitha. Distance is not a barrier. We are happy to bring to you live testimonies from viewers all over the world, where we watch dry bones coming to flesh. Where doctors said no, Jesus says yes. The sick testifying about their healing. Join us this Sunday as we bring to you real in-time testimonies from viewers all over the world. Viewers who had been afflicted, disappointed, humiliated, but now are singing a different story. A story of joy, a story of peace, a story of hope. Just by connecting with Prophet VC Zitha on Zoom. This proves to us that where there's a man to pray, there's a God to answer. We say enjoy the wonderful testimonies as you partake the grace for your own testimony.
Salvation
In Christ.
My name is Kensani by Chilongo. I'm staying here in Phalaborwa town. I'm the daughter of fear in salvation. I want to testify about the fruit of the womb. I started coming here, I think it was 2018, around February, with my husband. We're looking for the fruit of the womb after we had a miscarriage in 2017. When we came here, Prophet started praying for me. He started praying for me, then demons started manifesting.
How many children do you have?
I found her with 2 kids. Then I also had 3. Then when we got married, the first pregnancy we lost. She had miscarriage, I think.
Miscarriage. Who caused the miscarriage in the pregnancy?
Obvious.
Eh?
Obvious.
It's who? Now, you went to every, my brother, I welcome you, don't worry.
Okay.
I will deliver your wife to become your faithful and lovely wife.
Amen.
He was saying things which are not making sense. Then he told me that there's nothing wrong with you. These are just demons trying to disturb your marriage. There's nothing wrong with you. You are going to conceive. Immediately, Prophet told me that I'm going to conceive. I stopped seeing my periods for a period of, I think it was about 3 pregnant by then. I went to the doctor. They did tests, then it showed that I was not pregnant. Then I started feeling sick. I think it was around August. I started feeling very sick. My husband rushed me to live in Miracle Babies. I started laughing because he's our doctor, we know him. I started laughing at him. I said, I've lost all hope of getting pregnant. Then he did a pregnancy test. The pregnancy test came back positive. I couldn't believe it. My husband was just happy because he's been looking for a baby in like forever. Actually, there's a story behind this miscarriage. When I had the miscarriage, I was sitting in church. There was a certain church who resigned from my work because I was depressed, just expecting that immediately you get married, they are expecting a baby. So I even lost all hope. I even stopped going to church, even for the sake of pleasing him. But I was not actually feeling like going to churches anymore.
Oh, thank you very much.
Who is she to you?
She is my wife. Actually, we were disappointed somewhere, so we stayed for some months without going to church.
Hey, my deliverance, because with me, my deliverance was a very long deliverance because I remember every time I was coming here, demons were always manifesting. They were always manifesting. Then Prophet prayed for me and said, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm going to conceive. And indeed, I conceived. Even doctors, they said there's nothing wrong with me because they scanned my womb. Everything was fine, but the problem, we didn't know what was holding me from conceiving. Prophet prayed for me. He said, this is going to be a very, very challenging pregnancy because demons, they don't want me to conceive. And indeed, it was a very challenging pregnancy because I remember I started my monthly checkups. First month, everything was fine. Second month, they said I had high blood pressure. My high blood pressure was 175. So they had to rush me to Maputa. And at Maputa, they had to admit me. the high blood pressure was just going up, down, up, down, up, down. That's when they gave me medication for high blood pressure in pregnancy. That's when I came with the medication. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, I'm not sure. I came with the medication. I told Prophet that they're saying that I've got high blood pressure in pregnancy. Then they prayed for me. Then he said, this high blood pressure is not a real high blood pressure. These are demons. And because according to them, for them to detect it as the high blood pressure because of pregnancy, you have to be maybe in certain weeks or months, but mine came earlier. So according to them, they said this high blood pressure, that means I had it before I even got pregnant. So Prophet prayed for me. I went to the hospital. My high blood pressure now was normal. It was going to 110, 111, 120. Now it was normal, in normal delivery. They have to induce you. So they put the first gel. I arrived around 12 o'clock. They put the first gel. Nothing was happening. I was not feeling any pain because according to them, when they put the first gel, you have to feel pain. But with me, I was not feeling anything. They put the second gel again. They were putting 2. I was not feeling anything, no pain, nothing. The third gel again, I was not feeling anything. Then that's when my doctor came. He broke the water by himself. But nothing, I was not feeling any pain, nothing, I was not feeling anything. The baby was just playing. Then that's when he said, let us go in. They took me to another room. They started monitoring the baby's heartbeat. Then they said, because of this gel, the baby now, she's getting stressed. We have to book her for an operation. And at the operation, they were supposed to do it very late because there was a queue for those people who were waiting for the operation. Then there was one lady who came before me. When it was time for them to operate her, she gave birth. Then there was a space. Then they said it's best if everything became sharp. I delivered. So as Prophet said, this was a very challenging pregnancy because I was always in and out of hospital, sick. It was very challenging. But because of the God of Prophet VC Zitha, I don't know what I'm going to do to thank the God of Prophet VC Zitha.
Clap hands for Jesus. You've just explained to us how challenging the...
Okay, now I have a baby. This is baby. This was a very challenging period in our marriage because at one point I even started believing that maybe I can't really give him a baby because I knew that there was nothing wrong with me. That I was not, because I didn't understand how can God give me marriage, then I failed to conceive. Meanwhile, I had kids. I had 2 boys before marriage and everything was fine. I didn't experience problems. But immediately I got married. That's when I started experiencing problems of not being able to give my husband a child. So it was a problem. And another thing about the issue of the high blood pressure. When I went back for 6 weeks checkup, and according to them, they said it's chronic. So that means I have to be on medication for BP even after I delivered. When they checked my BP after 6 weeks, my BP was sharp, it was 99. Then that's when they took me off the medication. Yes, my kids, it's more like there was an evil force fighting against our marriage. With me, I was aware because I can't say like I was really aware because I was even surprised when I had a miscarriage in church. So I knew that, yeah. And I was not stressed whereby I can say maybe that was the cause of the miscarriage because even doctors didn't know what caused the miscarriage. Imagine you are getting married. Everyone who's married are expecting a fruit of the womb and you can't have kids. So I couldn't understand. So I was even surprised. And we wanted the baby. We went to churches, we ate bananas, we went to doctors, we drank medications, but nothing. Even them, they couldn't find, they didn't even give me a valid reason why I was not getting pregnant. But we did everything, we ate fruits, everything. But immediately I came to visit Prophet VC Zitha's church. That's when I was able to conceive. So now I'm holding my testimony.
Clap hands for Jesus.
My advice to them will be, there is God in this church. God is really in this church because everything in my life has changed. Even the attitude that I had, I was not praying before, but now ever since I arrived in this church, I'm seeing changes in my life, in my husband's life, in my family. Everything in our life is changing. Even the attitude that we had, I had against prophetic churches, but now it's changing. Now I feel like I'm at home because I used to go to other churches, but I was feeling like something in me is missing. But now that void is being filled.
Clap hands for Jesus. Can you kindly just show us the baby once again, your bundle of joy, and just introduce to her again? We'd like to see her clearly, as this is the miracle baby that the woman has been talking about. After prayer and deliverance from Prophet VC Zitha, she has now conceived, going churches to churches, doctors to doctors, not having a problem of conceiving before marriage, but after marriage, she had a problem. So here we see the bundle of joy. Please clap hands for Jesus.
I would like to thank the God of Prophet VC Zitha and Prophet VC Zitha, because he never got tired of praying for me, because I was always manifesting. Eventually I even got tired myself, that always at church I'm always crying. So I'm tired. I even got angry. Maybe sometimes when he enters, I would just go outside and stand outside, because I was tired of demons always manifesting in me. But I would like to thank Prophet VC Zitha, because he never got tired of praying for me. He's always praying for me, and I'm seeing changes every time he prays for me.